Good afternoon, friends. How are you? How are things? What's going on? So let me start with a good story because I know this is not a very good time, and um, somewhere we need that motivational stories and good things, and it's related with the topic that I'm going to talk on, and it's about a rabbit and a frog. I don't know if you've already heard this story. Very nice story, and it's so relevant to today's times. So there was a rabbit who was very happy and hopping around, being springtime, and was just enjoying. But suddenly he hears some screaming, some sort of shouting was coming from somewhere. Uh, Rabbit got scared. What exactly happened? Who is screaming like this? And he figured out it's a frog. And so he just investigated, roamed here and there, and finally he found that a frog is sitting inside a hole. So he asked, "Hey frog, what are you doing in the hole? And why are you screaming like this?" And frog says, "Can't you see? I fell in this hole. I'm trying to come out. But I'm not able to do that. I don't know what to do." So Rabbit said, "Don't worry. Let me do this. I'll just go fast and bring a ladder for you. And I'll take I'll help you through that ladder so that you can come out." Frog says, "Okay, that will be really helpful." So Rabbit just runs away. He founds he finds a ladder somewhere, comes back, and what does he see? He sees that frog is already sitting outside the hole. It's surprising. You said to me to help you bring ladder and all that, but you're already out. What has happened? And friends, you will be surprised with his response. The frog says, "Man, you know what? There was a snake inside the hole, and I just utilized my full potential and jumped out of the hole." Isn't it interesting? So, friends, this snake is already there in the form of COVID in our life. There are two choices. Either we be anxious, be frustrated, and just be in our hole, or we can utilize this time to get transformed into our full potential, whatever it is. Get to a situation where we are performing at our full potential. So this is the time where we can do this. And if, like that frog, we are able to get a burning desire out of the situation that no, I'll at least upgrade myself for 10%, 20%. I'll do something beyond what I was doing. Trust me, this COVID will be a memorable duration. The time would be a memorable one instead of remembering and thinking all the bad things about it. So that reminds me of my topic, burning desire. So today I'm going to talk on the topic how to harness your desire so that you can achieve whatever you want in your life. So my name is Vinny, and I have almost 17 years of experience in IT. I know you must be wondering then what exactly, and that also in technology. But I'm really passionate about books. And since I'm passionate about books, I used to read lots of books, and last year I read almost around 34 books in a year. And so some of my friends advised me, why don't you start reviewing the books in the form of video? I never got time for that. But during this COVID time, since nothing else was there other than my job, I thought, why not to spare some time and start doing these reviews so that I don't remain in that frog hole. And that's how it started. And this is probably my fourth or fifth video review of the book, one of the famous books, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I always like to tell stories. And let me start with a story even here before I get to the core of the topic. And the story is about a poor guy called Edwin Barnes. I don't know if you've heard his name. He's, of course, not. The story is almost 78 years back when this guy became a famous guy after a partnership with Edison. But the way it started, he had this burning desire in his heart that he want to work with Thomas Edison, the great inventor, as a partner. He didn't want to work with him as an employee, but rather a partner. And this desire was a real burning desire. Surprisingly, he didn't even had money to buy a ticket, and he had to come by a freight train, and all those things happened. Somehow he managed to meet um, Thomas Edison. And the day he met him, he told about his burning desire to Edison. Edison just smiled and said, "Okay, you can start working with me." And he gave an opportunity to work as an employee on a very nominal wage. And Edison and Barnes started that because he somehow wanted, he knew that this is just a start and he will certainly be going to become his partner. And the way it happened, Edison, being a great inventor, he invented a machine called dictating machine. And but nobody was very excited in his company about that machine. No sales guy was ready to take that to the market because they thought it's a useless kind of product. But when Barnes came to know about this, he offered himself to Edison, and I told him that, can I, can you give this opportunity to me so that I can sell this dictating machine? He anyway didn't have any option. Edison said, okay, we can give a try. And then rest is history. So Barnes didn't only sell dictating machine, but he sold it like anything. He made millions out of that. And the machine, they started printing it on machine saying made by Edison and installed by Barnes. Isn't it such a great story? Thoughts are things. Napoleon Hill in this book says, in this chapter says, thoughts are things. So this is such a great example of thoughts are things. Right? He had this thought, he had this desire that he will become, Barnes wanted to become a partner of Edison, and he was able to transmute that thought into a thing, into a reality, into a situation where he's actually a millionaire partner of Edison. And this was one story which actually made me to think. Trust me, friends, I never used to believe that just with desire you can do so many things. That desire is so important. I never thought about it. And name itself never attracted me. Think and grow rich. It's okay. The way society has created things around us, at least in my country, in India, people are not that keen to, at least they don't want to say that they want to become rich. They want to become rich not from monetary terms, but from maybe from spirituality, maybe from doing something great. So somewhere rich with money, at least middle class and lower middle class, doesn't think too much on those lines. So that's why even this headline didn't attracted me a lot. This title didn't attracted me a lot. But when my mentor told me to go through this book, and when I went through this, particularly this story, this intrigued me. So this desire is not only about money, but this desire is anything that you want in life, anything that you want to achieve in life. The first step is to have a burning desire. We all have wished to be great. We all have wished to do something great in our life. We all have wished to become something great, someone to become someone. But the challenge is it's just a wish. It's not a desire, and of course not a burning desire. If we have a burning desire for something, the nature somehow made sure that that desire gets converted into thing. So trust me friends, and this book is not a, just a thought from Napoleon Hill. He has actually went through the lives of Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and all the great people, and he researched this for 20 years, and then he was able to write this book. And it is said this, that there was a kind of uh, there was a kind of ploy that government didn't wanted that this book should come into the hands of all the general public, because they will know how to become rich. Otherwise, Henry Carnegie and these people wanted to make this as a syllabus in the schools. So that's how strong this book is. So I'll not go too much into um, details of so many dimensions, so many stories, and so many good things are there in this book. But I'll just talk about those 6 definite steps which can help us to achieve all our desires. And I'll talk in the terms of monetary because that's what is concrete. But even I think monetary in itself is nothing. It's all about what exactly your passion is and how much, what what exactly that money is going to, how that money is going to buy you to that passion. Let's say for me, I have a big dream um, to make impact on at least 1 crore people, almost 10 million people, from the terms of financial mindset and everything. I should be able to make that positive impact. And I want to open hospitals and orphanages, old ages, animal shelters. So that's my burning desire in me. But then, do you think that will happen without any money? It requires lots of money, right? And that's where it's all about what money can buy, not money in itself, right? So let's talk about this six steps which has been vetted by people like Thomas Edison and Henry Ford and all. And the 6 steps goes like this. The first step says be definite about the exact amount of money you want, or whatever desire you have. Be definite about that dream. If you're looking, let's say if you want to uh, have a dream of opening in hospital, what kind of hospital? Right? If it is money, so what exactly money? How much money exactly you want? And then the step 2 is commit to what you are willing to exchange, what sacrifices you can do. There is never something for nothing, right? You have to pay the price. So it may be in terms of product or services, as Barnes was selling the installation service of the dictating machine, right? And the third step is, what is the exact date that you want to possess that particular desire, money, whatever it is. Put that date, because a goal without a deadline never arrives. Right? Fourth is, create a definite action plan and begin it at once. Don't just wait for 1 week, 1 year, 5 year, 10 years. Nothing will happen, right? Create an action plan and start working on it. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Fifth is, write a personal mission statement. So let's say I want to have, for an example, 100 crore rupees, or let's say 10 million rupees. And so I need to write that as a mission statement. Maybe, so it could be, as I said, it could be 10. So write it down that this is what you want to achieve, and then repeat it. The six steps is read your mission statement daily twice. In the morning, in the night, you have to repeat it twice. So I'm just repeating, be definite on the exact amount of money that you want, commit to what services or products you are going to give against it. What is the exact date that you want to achieve your desire? What is the definite action plan? What is your mission statement, which can, cover all these things? And finally, read your mission statement at least twice a day. So I know, like me, there are many people who might think that these steps are impractical. Yaar. I don't think these things are going to work. Even I used to think so. But then the moment I realized that this has been vetted by all the great people I named earlier, then it did make sense to me. So, through some strange and powerful principle of mental chemistry, nature wraps up the impulse of strong desire and then make sure that it happens. So, my friends, I would recommend you, I would urge you to go through this book. If you want to achieve something in your life, if you want to do something beyond what you're doing, if you want to leverage this time of COVID, right, then you should read this book and think about your desires, think about your dreams, and then leverage the six steps to achieve those dreams. So I've started doing it in the form of this book review, and I want to become a big book reviewer, public speaker with his top personal development. So along with my technology that I'm passionate about in my job, can I be the guy who is at his peak of personal development? So that's what burning desire has creeped into me, which I'm working on. I'm sure you will have so many things. You will have so many thoughts. You will have so many dreams, so many desires. If you don't have, just read this book. If you have, then you have to anyway go through this book and learn how to harness the power of your burning desire. I'll talk further on the topics like Mastermind Alliance and so many other things, organized planning and others, on how to achieve. So these are the six steps. What are the additional things that we can do to achieve our desires? For now, may you have a burning desire that has a potential to dent in the universe. Thank you so much, friends. I hope I made some sense. I hope it added some value in your life. And do send me your comments, your feedbacks, either in the comment box or the form that I've attached. Thank you so much, friends. See you. Bye.